Welcome back to State of the Nation. We're still keeping our focus on those defections and, of course, the interim report from the Inspector General of Police to the acting president of the country, Mr. Professor Yemi Oshibajo. But let's bring in the perspective of Kabiru Marafa. He is a senator from Zamfara State. He joins us via telephone while we still keep our guests in Abuja. Segun Shomi, a member of the PDP. Senator Marafa, let's narrow down to the defections, which brought about all these scenes that we're seeing in the polity. It is believed to have started in Benue State, when the governor, Samuel Otom, defected. What do these defections mean to the people? We can actually start with the biggest defector from the opposition, PDP, to the APC, your party, Godswill Akpabio, Senate Minority Leader. Like Saraki's defection, that particular move dealt a blow on the APC itself. And the PDP is having those kind of reactions that we're seeing. Now, what views of the people is inherent at this point in time with these defections that we've seen across board?
Thank you very much, Malan Gimba. I think politics, like every other aspect of life, is dynamic. And this is not the first time we are seeing this kind of things. Any time, end of term, comes around and elections are approaching, you witness this kind of movement from one party to the other. So to me, it doesn't really mean anything. You know, it is like just building. It is overblown as far as I'm concerned. People have the right to move to where they are, provided they follow the rules of the land. In APC, for instance, I don't think we even have the enabling environment for people to defect. But so be that as it may, people have a right to move to where they feel they can get greener pastures politically. And it is one thing to move from one party, then it is quite another for other people to move also. We have recorded quite a tremendous success in these defections. Even before now, people defected from the PDP to APC. There is the senator from Cross Rivers that defected a long time before now, Senator John Eno. There was the senator from Akwa Ibom, Sid Nelson. There was Omo Ajeji that defected to APC. There was Sono Oboji that from Ibonyi that defected to APC also. All these things happened before now. And hell was not let loose, and there was no come. So now 14 senators defected out of the APC. I don't think it matters really a lot because it was unable to bring the desired maybe effect they maybe thought they could have. That is robbing the APC of the majority status. So as long as that is not done, to me, it is nothing. And while we, like I said in my previous interview, I felt really bad because they are my colleagues. And when you see your friend, your loved one, walking straight into a landmine, you know, as a Muslim, I feel concerned because my religion says I should love to my brother what I love to myself. But all the same, that is their choice. They are seasoned politicians. I'm sure maybe they are seeing it from another perspective. But let me say here, now the Senate president defected. Now the minority leader, also the PDP of the PDP, now defected. And I can assure you, in the days to come, you will see many more members of PDP defecting to APC. So to me, it doesn't change anything. What really matters, politics is local. Now, what is the situation back in our constituency? Now, this is what should bother people, not with the politics per se. What is the impact of this things on the polity?
Talking about the constituencies, just permit me to butt in. Talking about those constituencies that you just mentioned, do the people, especially those whose representatives have defected, like lawmakers, governors, I've not heard for once of the campaign in the best people's interests, say for unpaid salaries, for bad roads, bad hospital services, the campaign for returns of jobs that ought to have been created for unemployed Nigerians since the return to democracy, looted treasury by governors in some cases. We've heard about that. The people are not really cowed, are they?
They are not. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, all these people that really defected, that is the governors we're talking about. Now, go back to the constituencies they come from and hear what the people say about them. So I think, to me, it is maybe, they did so because based on their own personal maybe interpretations and interests. So, but as far as APC is concerned, I can tell you that we are home and dry, and there is no cause for any alarm. The people that moved, like I said, I'm concerned because they are my friends, they are my colleagues. Some of them are my seniors. I feel very, very bad for them that they have to take the decisions they take. Anytime somebody has to swallow or lick his own vomit, I think he or she deserves some kind of sympathy or pity, as the case may be. So as far as politics is concerned, like I said, there is what is obtained at the national level, the national platform, and there is what is obtained, at the grassroots level. So when you go back to the grassroots level, you will see that the rating of the APC, led by Muhammadu Buhari, is still intact, and people still believe in what he is doing, and people believe in what the federal government is doing. Of course, there is room for improvement, and he has promised to improve in so many areas. So that is the most important thing. It is just a question of time. Now, we are just 4-5 months away from the elections, and we will say, I said this, all these people that are making all this noise here and there, you will find out that it is all a storm in a cup of tea. So I don't think there is anything really to worry about, and there is nothing to panic about.
If you just allow me to just ask you maybe just one more question before I let you go, finally. This is what the APC National Chairman, Adams Oshomole, is insisting, that the Senate President, Bukola Saraki, be impeached, even to this point when we have established of course, by lawyers, that he'll be needing a 2/3 majority for an impeachment to be entertained in the first place. Why the insistence? Isn't this supposed to be an affair of the Harlow Chambers and not a party affair?
You see, you have to look at it from maybe different perspectives. Adams Oshomole today is the chairman of the APC, which provided the platform for the Senate President to contest the election in the first place and become a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and then became the Senate President. So quite naturally, when he defects and leaves that platform, it is only normal for any member of APC, talk less of the chairman of the APC, to feel very bad about it, because we provided you a platform to be what you are, and now that you have become what you are, an oak tree and whatever, now you want to transfer the shade, to another house. And naturally, I would not feel good about it. So I think what the chairman of the party is saying is quite understood when you look at it from his own perspective, or even me, if I talk looking at where I'm coming from. But going back to the Senate President himself, I think he is a product of a process, and like the lawyer said, there is a process that needs to see him out of the seat, and I'm sure the Senate would not do anything, to the contrary. We would continue to make moves, to make drives, to attract more members into APC, and once we have that required number, I'm sure we can effect the change that we want to effect.
Okay, let me get the views. Let me get the views of Mr. Showme. Now, Uche Secondus, your party's chairman, in his own statement upon Akpabio's defection, was short of saying that the minority leader was making a huge mistake defecting to the ruling APC. How does this affect the dynamics of the state's politics, even in Akwa Ibom State, when you factor the likes of Umana and Nsimaya Kere looking at the race to the government house?
Well, I would just say that it's unfortunate, to say the absolute truth about it, that we're not allowing the parties to stabilize and grow well, and that these defections too close to an election year has a way of generally getting everybody with frayed nerves to be extremely excited, and people make a lot of comments. But fact of the matter is that it is within their constitutional right for freedom of association to do whatever they think is in their best interest. Suffice to say that it will be after we have gone through the process of the election again that we'll be able to say in very clear terms how these defections have affected those that have defected. The defections, you have to look at it from the power basis of where they're coming from, not from their role in national politics. As far as I know, Akwa Ibom is still very much intact. It's a completely PDP state. And the governor of the state has been one of the best governors we have, who's performing very well, very focused, and keeping it real, doing the right thing for the people, even by the comments of Akpabio whenever he was invited to come and commission project. We will wait and see how his defection will affect him and the state. But if I was to hazard a guess, I would say...
My apologies, wait we must. I think that's a good place to let it rest as we're out of time, very unfortunately too. But I must thank you so much indeed, Segun Showunmi, a member of the PDP, for talking to me on State of the Nation, as well as Senator Kabiru Marafa, who joined me by telephone from Abuja, for talking to us. He did try to make it to the studios. Unfortunately, he couldn't. And to you for being part of the show, I want to thank you so much indeed for watching. I am Gimba Umar, and this is State of the Nation.